A special thank you to each of our subscribers who make this channel possible. Here's today's story. In a significant development in international relations, U.S. President Donald Trump and Russian President Vladimir Putin engaged in a lengthy phone call that lasted over 2 hours on Tuesday. The discussion aimed to explore potential pathways to peace in the ongoing conflict in Ukraine. While Putin did not agree to a full ceasefire, he did express willingness to enter into an agreement that would see both parties ceasing strikes on critical infrastructure. This comes on the heels of Trump securing a 30-day ceasefire agreement from Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky, which he believes will pave the way for further negotiations with Putin. According to reports from the White House, the conversation between the two leaders also touched on the necessity of improving bilateral relations between the United States and Russia. They discussed a framework for achieving a maritime ceasefire in the Black Sea, alongside aspirations for a full ceasefire and lasting peace. However, Putin reiterated his conditions for any peace settlement, which include halting American military support for Ukraine, permanently ending Ukraine's NATO membership prospects, and conducting new elections in Ukraine. These demands could potentially be unacceptable to the Ukrainian government, which remains steadfast in its defense against Russian aggression. In another layer to this diplomatic narrative, Tulsi Gabbard, the director of national intelligence, characterized the relationship between Trump and Putin as one of friendship, emphasizing their mutual commitment to strengthening ties. Gabbard noted that the leaders are focused on shared objectives that promote peace, prosperity, freedom, and security. Her comments reflect a notable shift in U.S.-Russia relations under Trump's administration, which has seen a more conciliatory approach towards Moscow compared to previous administrations. Ahead of the meeting, Trump expressed optimism about the potential for announcing significant developments regarding the Ukraine conflict, stating, "We will see if we have something to announce maybe by Tuesday." This statement underscores the urgency and importance of the discussions taking place at the highest levels of government. Kremlin spokesman Dmitry Peskov, however, remained tight-lipped about the specifics of the conversation, stating, "We never get ahead of events," and emphasizing that the details of discussions between the two leaders are not subject to public disclosure. Gabbard's remarks have drawn mixed reactions, particularly as she criticized the Biden administration's handling of the Ukraine war. She argued that Trump's approach is rooted in an unwavering commitment to peace, contrasting it with what she described as a lack of effort under the previous administration to engage in direct dialogue with Putin. Gabbard's perspective reflects a broader sentiment among some political circles that argue for a more diplomatic approach to the conflict. This evolving narrative of U.S.-Russia relations is particularly striking given the historical context of their interactions. For decades, the two nations have been seen as adversaries, with tensions escalating during the Cold War and continuing through various geopolitical crises. However, under Trump's leadership, there appears to be a concerted effort to reframe this relationship, focusing on cooperation rather than confrontation. Critics of Trump's approach, however, express concern over the implications of fostering closer ties with Russia, particularly in light of the ongoing war in Ukraine. They argue that such a strategy could undermine U.S. support for Ukraine and embolden Russian aggression. The situation remains delicate, with the potential for both positive outcomes and significant risks. As the world watches these developments closely, the implications of the Trump-Putin dialogue could reverberate across international borders, influencing not only the future of Ukraine but also the broader geopolitical landscape. The quest for peace in Ukraine is fraught with challenges, but the willingness of both leaders to engage in dialogue offers a glimmer of hope amidst the turmoil. In the coming days, the outcomes of these discussions will be scrutinized as stakeholders from around the globe weigh in on the potential for a resolution to the conflict. The diplomatic efforts of Trump and Putin could redefine U.S.-Russia relations and set a new course for peace in Eastern Europe. As we await further announcements, the world remains on edge, hopeful for a breakthrough that could end the suffering caused by this protracted war. That's all for this story. We upload videos every day covering many different subjects, so hit that subscribe button to stay informed. Thanks for watching.